If attraction is the only thing guiding your dating choices, you may be sabotaging your relationships. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever dated a man who was fine? I mean, he was a like Aaron Pierre. That's Mufasa fan. But it ended in disaster. I want to talk about why attraction is not as important as you think. In this video, I'm going to break down the myth of attraction. I'm going to discuss what actually matters in dating and how we can shift our mindsets so that we can build healthier relationships. If you're new here, welcome to Heal the New Sexy, where we discuss all things healing, self-love, and relationships. My name is Cynthia. I'm your resident therapist. Let's think of this as like your weekly therapy session. I got to look down because I have some notes. But first I want to talk about the myth of attraction, right? We've all dated a man or seen a man who we were just head over heels attracted to. I mean, I don't know if it was, he could have been the football player. He could have been, there was just something about him. He was crazy about him. You know, people be like, the chemistry was off the charts. But attraction is really a myth. In the society we live in our movies and social media, you know, there's this overemphasis on being physically attracted to the person. So I hear many women, when they describe the man that they want, what do they want? What do you want, right? You want him to be 6 foot and you want him to be fit. And there's these things that you want from him. And we have to really begin to question, am I attracted to that because that's how I'm wired, or am I attracted to that because of something else? Attraction can often be based off of conditioning, not compatibility. So for instance, I realize that I'm attracted to hyper masculine men. I grew up in a military community in Germany. My father was in the army. My father is a combat veteran. My father was airborne. Like, he was a real life superhero. And the men he served with were like that as well. Our next door neighbor was in special forces. So I grew up with really masculine men. There was nothing they couldn't fix. There was nothing they couldn't do. And as I went out into the dating world and the dating scene, I found myself looking for that type of man, being attracted and drawn to that type of man. But guess what? Here I am, all by myself. Somebody cue Selena, right? Or Celine Dion, right? But we have to work on realizing that relationships require more than just physical attraction. They require more than chemistry. I've been watching Pop the Balloon, right? And they'll be like, I'm just not attracted. I'm just not attracted. And I know Pop the Balloon, it's just like maybe 20 minutes you have a person in front of you, but that doesn't give you enough time to really identify if this could be a healthy partner for a relationship. Now, some of the men on there, right? But some of them are really good guys. They appear to be really good guys. And I think some women have missed out because they're more focused on physical attraction versus getting to know the person. Okay? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever been drawn to the bad boy type? Right? I sometimes I work with women in therapy or in coaching, and they'll be like, Cynthia, I want a man, like, I want him to have like some edge. I want him to be like, but I want him to be, you know, I don't want him to, you know, be mean or anything. I don't want him to be, and it's like, or the Christian girls, they be like, they want a man with edge, but they want him to be saved and love Jesus. And it's like, why do you want that type of man? Why do you want that type of man? Right? You have to look at, why am I attracted to that? Now, sometimes the reason why we are attracted to certain men is because it's really a sign of our unresolved trauma. It's really a sign of the unhealed areas in our life that we need to address. So maybe you want a bad boy type because you grew up feeling unprotected, or maybe in the neighborhood you grew up in, all of the men kind of had that persona, and so it made you feel safe. So now you want a man who's a bad boy type because you view other men as not having the ability to keep you safe. You feel like only this type of man can keep you safe. Okay. I want you to know that sometimes attraction can cause us to overlook the red flags. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Can I be honest? Can the therapist be honest? You know, in my past, okay, before I did my old work, listen, a man can be fine And now I ain't gonna do nothing illegal, okay? Because I know they say orange is the new black, but honey, I don't look good in that, okay? But I mean, if he was really fine, the red flags can be all it just knocking me in my face, just knocking me in my face. I'm not paying attention to none of that because he's fine. And don't let him be over 6 foot. Lord have mercy, Jesus, right? It'll be like this. And some of you may be in a relationship like this, like long distance or whatever. And it's like you spend time apart, then you get together and it's like the chemistry is crazy, or he works crazy hours and he's not consistent because he's so busy, but you get together and it's so fun. And it's like every time we're together, it's fun. So you're choosing chemistry over a man that's being consistent in your life. You deserve a man that's consistent. Okay. So don't overlook the red flags because of chemistry, okay? The attraction trap can also keep you stuck in unhealthy cycles. This, in and out, we've been dating for on and off, can be really based off of attraction. In order to have a healthy relationship, we have to realize that everything we're drawn to is not good for us. Everything, like when Janet said, and I forget, in her song, That's the Way Love Goes, she said, like a moth drawn to a flame full of desire, right? Sometimes we're looking for this chemistry, just like two elements that aren't supposed to be together. And what ends up happening is that it explodes, okay? Now I want you, listen, I don't want to be out here telling you all my business and you not share yours. So let me know if you ever missed a red flag or you didn't pay attention to it because he's fine. All right, comment below. Now let's talk about what actually really matters in dating, okay? Does this person make you feel safe and secure? Does this person make you feel heard? Is there emotional safety in this relationship or in this dating experience as you're getting to know him? Do the two of you share the same values? Values as it relates to money, as it relates to family, as it relates to health, as it relates to spirituality. Do the two of you share the same values? Are your goals aligned, right? So like for me, I know I'm really thankful now for my season of singleness because I know in certain relationships, I wouldn't be able to do YouTube. It wouldn't have been encouraged, okay? So especially the level of transparency that I want to have with y'all. Speaking of that, by the time you see this video, I would have launched my membership. I really want you guys to join the membership in order for me to be able to be more transparent for you. I'm going to have member only videos. So if you want to watch those, I believe it's only $2.99 a month. But also if you're like, Smithia, I really want to work with you as it relates to coaching. The link is also in the bio and it's down in the description. So you can get on my calendar and we can begin working together. A few of you have been putting in the comments, Smithia, how can I work with you? So just look in the description or look in my bio and the link will be there, okay? So also, let's talk about consistency over chemistry. Is this person consistent in your life? Do they show up for you? Does he say, baby, I'm gonna call you at 8:30 and he calls? Baby, I wanna take you out on Friday night and he takes you out and he plans the date. Is he consistent? Not this in and out of your life. I'm about to tell y'all something. I allowed somebody to be inconsistent in my life. And it wasn't because of chemistry, right? Sometimes chemistry is the thing that gets the person in the door. But once you establish a relationship with that person, then what happens is that you kind of feel stuck, right? You love that person, you care for that person, and they know that. And so then they feel like they can just come in and out. And if you aren't keeping up with your boundaries, if you aren't maintaining your standards, then you get into this cycle, this toxic cycle of this person coming in and out of your life, in and out of your life. And it's exhausting. It's exhausting and it's frustrating because I know in your heart of hearts, you want a stable relationship with a man who's going to be consistent, who you can love and who you can build your life with, not somebody coming in and out of your life. Okay. I've been there. I've been there. I've been there, y'all. So let's talk about how to shift your dating mindset. Okay. I want to provide a few practical tips so how you can rewire your dating patterns. If you could look back in your history, you probably have dated the same man. He may have had the different body type, okay? Because sometimes attraction is just not about physical, it's something about him. Maybe he had a good sense of humor, whatever it is. Maybe you're attracted to men that are in leadership. Maybe you are attracted to men who are handy, who are blue collar men, whatever it is. I need you to take a moment and to look at each one of them. And you could do this in journaling, or if you're in therapy, you could talk about it there. And you need to really identify, why am I attracted to these men? What unmet need do I believe that these men are fulfilling for me? Right? It could be that you didn't have a good relationship with your father, so you're looking for the opposite of him in men. Or you didn't have a good relationship with your father, so you're looking for men that are similar to him, because you're looking for the nurturance that he didn't provide. Okay? Being intentional about your dating. So just because, let's say a man approaches you and he is an attractive man, and what I mean by he may not be your type. Y'all need to check out my video how your type is keeping you single, right? He may not be your type, but he is attractive. Go out with him. Don't just decline him because physical attraction isn't there, okay? So be more conscious in your dating. Don't just, oh, he's not my type, so I don't like, or the spark is not there. I remember being in a session with someone, they were like, I was dating someone, but I just was waiting for the feeling, and the feeling never came, and they were a good person, and it was like, do you date with intention, or are you dating based off of attraction? And they were like, I just was kind of dating based off of how I feel. And I was like, but you're single. Your feelings are not facts. It's not helping. So we got to look at how we're dating and be conscious about it. Be intentional about it. Not just about, you make me feel like a natural woman. No. It has to be more than that, okay? Ask questions on the first date, right, that help you to get to the core of who that person is. Ask them about their family. Now, this may not be a first date question about asking about their family, right? But ask them about their likes and their dislikes. Do they like to read? What's something that they read? I know political views are a little touchy, but what's the word I'm looking for? What causes are they passionate about? I want you to know that chemistry or attraction can grow. It could be something that you work on with the person. And they don't even have to know, right? Y'all don't want you to be out here telling men, like, I'm not really attracted to you, but I'm just going to see how this goes. No. No. But being conscious, being aware, and asking intentional questions so you can get to know him, right? Because let's be honest, character is attractive. Integrity is attractive. Consistency is attractive. A man that's loving and kind is attractive. A man that's submitted to God is attractive. And you'll miss all of that if you're just waiting on a spark. Okay? So, for your next date, because I know y'all dating, it's getting warm outside. I know y'all trying to be outside. I want you to focus less on physical attraction. Now, we got to be honest as women. Sometimes we could get an ick real quick. But I want you to focus less on physical attraction and more on how he makes you feel. Do you feel safe around him? Do you feel heard? Does he pay attention to the little things about you? Is he attentive? Right? So yes, it may not have been fireworks when you first met, but it may be some slow embers that grow into a roaring fire. Okay? Okay? So, just a quick recap. I just want you to know attraction by itself is not enough. I want you to focus on being conscious in your dating and building a healthy relationship. There may be some work that you have to do as it relates to really identifying or knowing why you are attracted to certain men so that you can begin to make more or better. I don't want to say more or better. Them not the words I want. So you can make healthier choices in your decision as it relates to dating. That's what I'm trying to say, okay? Also, if this is your first time here, be sure to comment and also subscribe. Join the Healed and Sexy gang. And again, healed is the new sexy. And I'll talk to you later.